Yo, what's up guys? Sean Kober here of Performance Functional Training. Over the last couple of weeks, I've gone through training sessions focusing on strength, stability, skill development, conditioning, using one piece of equipment or no equipment at all. The first week was a kettlebell. Second week was bodyweight based movements. This week, I'm using bands. All right, so today's session was a strength focused session. On Wednesday, I'm going to go through a power focused session, and on Friday, I'm going to go through a speed based session. All right, so today's session was all about strength. I had 5 categories. First category was lower body hip dominant. Second category, upper body push. Third category, lower body knee dominant. Fourth category, upper body pull. Fifth category, core. All right, so I had 2 exercises per category. The first exercise was all about dynamic movement, okay? Taking muscles, taking joints through full range of movement whilst maintaining tension, posture, alignment, and control. And then the second exercise was a static based movement. So all about generating tension and holding a particular joint angle and squeezing the fuck out of those muscles. So I supersetted these 2 exercises, meaning that I went straight from my first exercise into my second exercise with no rest. All right, so I did 4 sets of 10. Let's take the lower body hip dominant movement, for example. 4 sets of 10 of my banded hip extensions, and then I went straight into my banded monster walks. Then I rested 1 minute. I did 4 sets there. Then I went into my upper body push, which was my banded push-ups, 10 reps, straight into some banded isometric holds, okay? Roughly 15 to 30 seconds for those isometric holds. Then I went into my lower body knee dominant movement, which was a band resisted close stance squat. I did 10 reps there, and then I went into an isometric hold where I held that 90-degree position at the bottom. Again, 15 to 30 seconds there. Next exercise was my upper body pull. I worked through some scapular retractions, depressions, hinge into some banded pull downs, back into the scapular retraction depressions. 10 reps there, followed by some isometric band pullaparts. 10 seconds here, 10 seconds here, 10 seconds here. And then my final category was my core based movement. So I went into some banded lateral flexions, 10 reps there, into static hold, Pallof press, 15 to 30 seconds. Let's have a look at each one of those exercises. My first exercise was a banded hip extension. So I want to loop the band around about hip height, stand inside the loop. I'm going to step forward, get tension on the band. I want my feet around about shoulder width here, okay? That band is trying to pull me back. I need to lock in through the feet, generate tension up through the core, up into the shoulders, okay? Hip extension here. What I'm going to do, tension through the upper body, hinge the hips back, slight bend in the knees, movement comes from the hips, spine stays aligned. My hamstrings are loaded. Then nice and slow, I maintain posture in my upper body, nice and slow, stand tall, tuck the tailbone under, boom. Fire the glutes as hard as you can. Glutes are on, abs are on, nice and slow. Hips go back, load those hamstrings. Nice and slow, stand tall, maintain posture, boom, tuck the tailbone under, glutes on, abs on. I'm doing 10 reps there. I can make that easier by stepping in closer to the band. I can make it harder by stepping out away from the band. As soon as I've done that, I'm going to go into my monster rocks. So what I'm going to do here, feet go hip width. I'm going to create an X here so I've got some tension on the band. The work's not through the upper body here, it's through the lower body. I take my feet double shoulder width now. From here, tuck the tailbone under. I'm going to rock onto my right side. That band's going to try and pull my left foot in. I need to keep it in that position. Then rock to the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pausing in that top position, getting some hang time. I'm not doing this, otherwise that's not doing shit. Okay, pause in that top position. Now, as I pick that leg up, I want to maintain hip extension. I see a lot of people when they do this. All right, hip extension, get all of the glute complex working together. Extend the hips, boom, glutes on. Then stand tall, then I'm going to kick that leg out. My toes stay straight. They don't turn out. Keep the toes straight. Think about leading with the heel. Think about pushing that heel back. 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock. 4 o'clock this side, 8 o'clock that side. All right. That is a monster rock. I'm going to do 10 reps each side, 20 reps total. My upper body push movements are a banded push-up. I can use band resisted, which I'll demonstrate, and I can do band assisted. If I'm doing band assisted, I'm going to loop the band around a pole or a railing or something like that. Then what I'm going to do is step inside, and now I get down into a push-up position, bands around the hips, and that allows me to keep my core nice and tight. So that was the band assisted push-up. I'm going to go through a band resisted push-up. Alright, so I'm going to get the band, place that around the palm of my hand. This loops across my shoulders. From here, I come down, push-up position. Nice strong core, nice controlled, hit that bottom position, maintain straight line. Slow those reps down, make 10 reps feel difficult. Okay, so the band is going to overload the top part of that movement. Boom, squeeze the top, fire the pecs, fire the shoulders, and the triceps. All right, once I've done 10 reps there, then I'm going to go into my band front raises, isometric holds. This is what that is going to look like. Loop the band nice and low. Hands around about shoulder width, thumbs up. From here, I step forward, lock the core in place, and drive those arms up to shoulder height. Now I'm holding here. 15 to 30 seconds. You can also go palms up, palms down. Totally up to you. Palms down, a little bit more delt activation. Palms up, a little bit more pec activation. Think about, boom, squeezing those hands in. That band's trying to pull me down. I need to lock it in. Whew. We're looking at 15 to 30 seconds in that isometric position there, holding tension in those muscles as strong a contraction as you can. For the next exercise, I want that band around about knee height here. I'm going to step inside the band, have that band around my knees. That band's going to try and pull my knees in towards each other. I need to create activation through the hip rotators, external rotators there to maintain stability. Feet are hip width, toes facing forward, feet parallel. What I'm going to do, sit my hips back. If I want to make this more difficult, I step back, make it easier, step forward. Okay, what I'm going to do now is keep my knees, my shins in that position. I'm going to sit my hips back, nice and controlled as far as I can there. Maintain tension, I'm not losing tension here. Maintain tension, hit that bottom position, nice and slow. I'm going to do 10 reps here. Then on my 10th rep, I'm going to hold that bottom position. I'm going to push my hips back. So now my quads are loaded. Same, squeeze, drive my knees out. Tension through the hips, tension through the quads, tension through the upper body. Hold here, 15 to 30 seconds. You can also do that with a broomstick or a PVC pipe or something like that, supporting you in front there, so the lower body does the majority of the work, then your upper body helps out as needed. My next movements are my upper body pull and accessories. So dynamic movement, I'm going from this standing position. I want to retract and depress my shoulder blades, pull them down and back. Now I'm active through the shoulders, straight line through the core. From here, I'm going to hinge my hips back whilst maintaining that tension. Now I'm in an overhead position. I want to pull my shoulder blades down and back, drag my elbows down towards my hips. My thumbs, my wrists come to my shoulders. I'm squeezing through the back here. Maintain tension. back to that starting position. I don't want my shoulder blades to roll forward or my shoulders to roll forward and shrug up. Keep them down and back, chest through. Maintain tension, hinge, overhead position, vertical pull, squeeze, just create tension, maintain tension, stand tall. The goal is to make that movement or those number of movements look really fluid. Once I've done my 10 reps there, I'm going into my band pull apart, my static work, okay? What I'm going to do here is hold 5 to 10 seconds, band comes across the sternum, one hand head height, other hand hip height, 5 to 10 seconds here. I'm going to create some external rotation. Boom. Thumb goes up, hold 5 to 10 seconds. Then other side, hold 5 to 10 seconds. Then middle, hold 5 to 10 seconds. All right, think about firing all those muscles through the entire back there. Pretend there's an egg between your shoulder blades. Break that egg. My final category is my core base movements. I'm looking at some banded lateral flexions, working through the obliques dynamically. Okay, then I'm going to go into Pallof press, static base movement, working on anti-rotation. So I'm going to double loop the band here around a railing or something like that, whatever I've got available. Feet come together, step away to make it more difficult, step in to make it easier. Straight line here. What I'm going to do is pull through my obliques. I'm tucking the tailbone under. I don't want my ribs to flare here. Tuck the tailbone under, straight line, ankles through to shoulders. Obliques on, then I'm going to fire through opposite obliques. And also think about pulling my left shoulder down towards my right hip, just so I can get a little bit of activation there. I'm nice and tight all the way through. I'm going to do 10 reps there, then I'm going to go straight into my Pallof press. So the Pallof press, I want my feet outside shoulder width, tension through the core. I don't want to be in this broken position. Tension through the core, elbows tight, thumbs come in front of the sternum. From here, step away from the mark. Then extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tension everywhere. When I release, come back in, then step in. Okay, make sure you finish that rep. So then I'm going to go across and do the other side before I have my 1 minute rest. Good to go.